Okay, well, it's 9 o'clock, so we'll call this regular meeting of the Commissioners Court to order here on the 9th day of February at 9 a.m. at the courthouse. So I'll rise for the invocation.
Your gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, I just come to you thanking you, Lord, for all you do for us. Lord, I just thank you for the beautiful weather you've given us, and I ask you right now just to continue our blessings that you bestow upon us. Lord, just go with us now as we go into this meeting. Just give us the wisdom that we need to do what's right for Titus County, and just help us to always look to you for guidance in everything that we do. Go with us now and forgive us where we fail. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, number one, public comments and requests for information on non-agenda items in accordance with Section 551.042, the Texas Open Meetings Act. We have Mrs. Mary Flowers from Cookville wanting to speak on the TCEQ.
Good morning, and thank you. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a piece of commercial property in Cookville that has been abandoned by its owners. They refuse to acknowledge, they won't sell, they just board it up. And on that piece of commercial property, there are 3 tanks, fuel tanks in the ground that have been there for probably 45 years. That's an environmental hazard. But yet, nothing's being done. So is there anything that the county can do? Is anybody going to call TCEQ? Or are you going to leave that to the citizens and the residents? That's it. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Number 2, consider and possibly approve the minutes from the January 28th, 2020.
Sir, we have 2 more.
Yeah, but they're on agenda items.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Mr. May said he wanted to speak on number 4,
Yeah.
and Mr. Turner said he wanted to speak on number 7. Is that not right? Is that right, Mr. May?
Yeah.
You want to speak on? Okay. Number 2, consider and possibly approve the minutes from the January 28th, 2026 special meeting of the Commissioners Court.
Make a motion to approve.
A motion made by Commissioner Parchman to approve the minutes from the January 28th, 2026 meeting.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 3, consider and possibly approve the minutes from the January 6th, 2026 joint meeting of the Mount Pleasant City Council and Commissioners Court held down at the City Hall.
I make a motion to approve it.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Mitchell to approve those minutes of the January 6th, 2026 joint meeting.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 4, presentation by Kelly Cooper representing MOM, Ministry or Military. Our mission overview, opportunities for funding, partnership, promoting to start Veterans Rescue Center, seeking county support with possible action. Ms. Cooper.
Good morning, and yes, I'm nervous. Kent told me that's good, but it's not. I'm telling y'all, I'm shaking in my shoes this morning. So I prayed already that God gives me clear direction on what to say and that everybody has the ears to hear it, because this is a very important issue. My name is Kelly Cooper, and I am part of Ministering Our Military. For those that don't know, that organization was started in 2013. Our sole purpose then was to support active duty military members and their families. We did that for years through sending care packages, having monthly meetings, taking care of those that were serving. To date, MOM has sent out over 6,000 care packages to active duty military around the world. What happened was about 2 years ago, I was contacted about a veteran that had a wish, actually, is what started it, and his wish was to attend a Texas Ranger baseball game. So I had this bright idea that I said, yes, we'll take care of that. So MOM raised the money, and we were able to send an 80-year-old veteran and his best friend to a Texas Ranger baseball game and provide their day, and they had a great time. We met back and we decided to start a second part of our group, which was Operation Bravo Zulu. That was only going to be to fulfill wishes and needs, or wishes of veterans that were going to be in assisted living, nursing home, and or on hospice. About 2 to 3 months into that vision started changing because I started receiving phone calls from the most random places you would ever receive phone calls. From the title office, from just any individual in town. If there was a veteran in need, I got the phone call. Obviously, that means that I'm just the face of MOM. It's a group of people, but I was the face, and that's who they were contacting. And these needs for these veterans ranged, but the main thing we found out is we have a lot of older veterans and even some younger veterans that are living on fixed income, and when something arises in their life, whether it's a broken water pipe, whether it's a car maintenance, whether it's a medical issue, and they live on this fixed income, then they have to make the choice if they're going to take care of those, or they're going to take care of food, or they're going to take care of electricity and those needs. That shouldn't be happening. And the problem is there's no place in our area that is a concise place that these people can go to try to find the help they need. I do want to say thank you. Everybody knows that I advocated for years to get our Veteran Service Officer office reinstated, and I greatly appreciate that happened. But there's a lot of resources out there that are still being missed, and so we came up with an idea after fulfilling a lot of these needs on our own that we had to come up with a way to raise money and awareness. So we came up with the dream to start a Veteran Resource Center. When it is fully finished, that Veteran Resource Center should cover all of our ATCOG area. That is the hope because of grants, but we had to have a home. So in December this year, on the 29th of December, we closed on, might have been the 28th because the 29th is probably a Saturday, so don't quote me, but we closed on what used to be the old Tribune building, which is 1705 Industrial. Our vision and what we're working towards now is we're leasing out that office space to any veteran-based organization that wants to offer services to these veterans, or also anybody that might still have a tie to the veteran community through their business, whether it's supporting veterans or however. But this whole complex, the premise is when that veteran in this area, in the surrounding areas, has a need, they walk in that door. MOM is going to be the 911 Band-Aid of, we get them immediate assistance for what they need. But that long-term assistance is provided through these other offices in this building. We already have some of the space leased out. There are 2 local organizations that are veteran-based that are going to move their facilities there. And we also want to look into restarting the VFW chapter here and getting that involved. So what are we looking for? We don't really know. I will tell you, Camp V is in Smith County. They have accomplished this goal. They cannot service our area because they're in ETCOG, not ATCOG, so they are not part of this. So we have gone and looked at their model. Ours will be a little bit different, but I'm telling you, this idea works. They took the same exact idea we had, did not know they existed till we came up, we kind of dreamed up the idea and then we saw theirs. And they've made it work with their county. There's funds that are available through 4 counties for veterans that are not readily available to just us. So that's part of what we're seeking, is there a way for the county to go in, help us find the grant writer to get these grants written and get some of that money coming into this county. We have been very blessed with donors. I will tell you, some of you are sitting here, I won't call out your names, I might get in trouble, but we greatly appreciate it because these veterans deserve far more than they're getting. I don't know how it will all help, but for right now, one of our goals is to, as we can get the kitchen up and going, start having monthly breakfast, lunch to serve these veterans, to get them involved. If you don't know this, 22 a day is a big issue, and that means 22 veterans a day commit suicide in the United States of America. How do you stop that? maybe it's by having a community event place. Maybe it's where they can go instead of feeling desperate and alone, that they know they can reach out and they can have somebody there. It's community awareness and it's community support. So yes, we're asking, is there any way the county can help us start looking for a grant writer, help us start finding these grants that are out there? A lot of grant writers will write on a percentage basis that's written into the grant, so we're not necessarily asking for funding that way. Would the county at some point consider housing the VSO officer there? If it couldn't be full-time there, could it be as a part-time basis? We have other VSOs that are licensed through the DAV and through the American Legion that are going to volunteer their part-time. So set up a VSO office inside that center so that they know they can come there. There's lots and lots of programs out there. I don't know that this program is still working in Titus County, but I do know at one time there was a program where people could do their community service hours for some groups, and or some money could go to certain organizations. Is there a possibility MOM could be put on that list for community service hours to get some things cleaned up and painted and all that? Our biggest goal is ETCOG came up with a veteran-friendly community designation. And we would love to see that that could happen in Titus County, and that let's become a veteran-friendly group. Right now, sadly, we aren't. It's not anybody's fault. It just got neglected, and these veterans do not deserve to be neglected. Every time you say that pledge, you're thanking a veteran or somebody who lost their life, and now it's our turn to give back to them. So anything you could help, I would greatly appreciate it. If it's that we need to meet, brainstorm over it, I am open to any and all ideas. And thank you for letting me speak, because you know this is my passion and this is my purpose. And so it's very, very important to me.
Ms. Kelly, I sit on the ADCOG board that you're talking about. We do have a grant writer within house there. We meet once a month.
Okay.
We meet over at the Pilgrim Center. We need to, the sooner we can get with them, they've got programs all the time going through that. They will help with the grant writing part of that without any problems. Now that we've got, Mr. Ward got our hazard mitigation plan back in, we can receive those grants from ADCOG, which before we were kind of put on the back burner.
Okay.
We could apply for them, but we weren't receiving them because everything wasn't in place.
Right.
The VFD just got some grant money. And ADCOG is working with us, but I'll get you the date that the next meeting is.
Perfect.
And get you with Maribel and them, and then they can work you through that process.
Okay.
And I don't want to speak for the other commissioners, but I think that you know that we're here for that. Mr. Corbin's got the veterans officer in his office. He's not going to turn him loose to come out to your place all the time, because he does a lot of investigating paperwork and stuff like that for him. But there is some possibilities of him maybe an hour or two a day or something. We'll have to get with probation as far as those fees and stuff, as far as sending them out there. You have to realize what comes with probation.
Right.
And they just got one person. They can't supervise 6 of them out there. So that kind of gets into a little bit of some of your paperwork and things out there that would need to be secured to make sure that some of that doesn't happen. But I think John Mark wants to speak as well.
Yeah, I was just going to state, in my experience, these veterans aren't communicating very well. I'm a member of American Legion, and a lot of people don't even know we even have a local post here. And so, it's a real problem that they get reclusive and they don't communicate with each other, and depression sets in, and suicide, like she said, is a real problem. So I think that's this is the first I've heard her idea, and I think that's a great idea to get them together, get them drinking coffee together and build some, we call them battle buddies in the military, have somebody that you can lean on when times get hard. So it's a great idea. It really is.
And just to reiterate what he said, because I get nervous and forget, and you can check my data. If you go to TexasVeteransCommission.org and look at it, East Texas is the most highly saturated in population of veterans outside of San Antonio, Texas. But East Texas is the least amount of resources available to veterans. So that's where the gap has fallen.
So, Mark, do you think that Doug might could go out there? I'm not trying to put a time limit on him, but maybe have a coffee one day a week out there for a couple of
Sure.
hours.
He
just so
definitely-
that
he definitely
They get
needs to
a face with his name and a relationship that maybe we could work there. I'm not trying to speak for his employee, but
No, and on that part, the American Legion is one of the groups that's moving into the building. They're going to move, they don't have a home, and so they're moving in, they're going to have an office, and then they will now meet in our meeting room. That's where their monthly meeting will be held. I'm not at liberty to say the other group right now, but that's the whole goal, is to get all of them in that one place, so there's not, you don't have to wonder if there's an American Legion or whatever. You know that that's there. Drive by, we have a sign up, it's not permanent, but it does say administering our Military Veteran Resource Center now, so we're working on it. Thank you.
we're here to help, and like I said, I think AGCOG can open a lot of doors for you.
Okay.
And they do. It's Arkansas, Louisiana, and stuff, but we'll go over all of that, and I think that'll help. Mr. May,
guys.
we don't want to steal your thunder either, so.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I'm nervous too. I'm not here on as good of business. Some of you, I wrote down notes, so I'm going to.
Not a problem.
Some of you may have seen my story on the news recently. Those who didn't, my name's Austin May. In 2023, I retired after 22 years on active duty in the United States Air Force. Shortly after, my wife and I decided to build a small home in Mount Pleasant to enjoy our retirement. We hired Ashley Campbell as a contractor, and before we were alerted to his scam, he took just over $60,000, including my entire military retirement savings, for construction that never happened. Mr. Campbell even included a veteran discount in his fraudulent proposals, which I can provide. The last payment we made to Mr. Campbell was on May 5th, right before he was arrested on other fraud charges. He made his $50,000 bail, but was arrested again, this time on our charges, June 16th. On June 26th, he made his $100,000 bail. Both times he made bail, he used Anthony Cooper at AAA Bail Bonds 2. He told the investigators and us that he would return the money, but instead he gave it to his brother-in-law. He's in prison at this moment, but as of this moment, the Campbell-Cooper family are the only ones to enjoy or profit any from my stolen military retirement savings. So when they ask you, a member of that family asks you for money to support veterans, please consider these facts and maybe ask what became of this veteran's stolen life savings. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Now y'all know I'm going to cry.
Kelly. This is about the mom.
It is.
Hold on. This is about the moms. He spoke on that. Let's keep it at that.
I am.
And we're not going to get into a war.
We're
back and
not.
forth
You know
here.
I'm not going to get into a war. This has been a public embarrassment for me. And anybody that knows me knows that what my brother did is not a reflection of me. My brother is an adult. I'm not responsible for his actions, and we did not profit. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ms. Cooper. Any other comments or anything on the matter? Number 5, consider and possibly approve allowing the Tri-Lakes VFD to construct a 14 by 14 by 65 carport to house their tanker truck. And Kelly, if you think y'all are nervous, this man right here is the most nervous man that comes to speak in this court. So,
Good morning. 2017, Tri-Lakes done an ISO rating, which is what communities do to get a rating on your fire suppression. 10 is the highest, 1 is the best. So in 2017, Tri-Lakes received a Class 4 rating, which we thought was very, very good. So last year, ISO come back to us and said, we got to redo your rating. It's been too long. So we put together everything they needed, and they changed up some stuff now. They don't recognize Mount Pleasant bringing water and people to us because they're over 5 miles out from our station. You cannot claim nothing, no fire department that is outside of 5 miles. So we got a phone call. It said that either you have to come up with 2,000 more gallons of water on wheels, or we have to go by a hydrant rating, which everybody within 1,000 feet of a house would be the class that we have now. Anybody else in our area would go to a 10. We told them that wasn't going to work. So Ryland and I, he's our training officer, we got on the telephones and we went to making some phone calls, and we found us a tanker. Texas Forestry Service had it. It was in Pittsburgh. It's an old truck. It runs, it dumps, it does what we need to do to keep our rating. So what it all boils down to is we also have to keep this thing housed. Our station, we don't have no room in there to put it in our station. So I went out and got some quotes, and we want to build a enclosed carport. Okay, the land that our station sits on belongs to Titus County. It was donated to Titus County from Luminant when Luminant shut down. So we're wanting to put a 14 by 14 totally enclosed with one roll-up door, 65 foot long, to house this tanker and the side-by-side and the trailer that we just got on a grant. And since the land belongs to y'all, so we turn around and decide we need to come to y'all and see if we can get you to allow us to put this building up. It won't be no concrete under it. They're going to come out, they're going to build the building on top of the rock that we have there now. I have some steel plate we're going to put in underneath the tires with some rubber mats to keep them from sinking in the ground. But we just have to get y'all's okay on putting the building up.
Well, now, this is no cost to the
It's not
taxpayer of
Tri-Lakes.
Titus County at all.
We got a quote on it with $16,600 something. Tri-Lakes paying for it 100% cash money. It's no cost to the county. The building is just going to sit on y'all's property. If something ever happened that we had to move the building, just take it apart and move it. There's no concrete there or nothing.
Where did you say this location was again?
Sir?
I missed it. Where did you say this location was?
It's at the Tri-Lakes Fire Department on 2850. Our building's been there now for, well, we just done our chili supper Saturday. And 4 years it's been there. We had a lease with TXU, and it was $1 for 50 years. Well, when TXU went to Luminant, we wasn't required to put up no kind of a lease agreement on it, nothing like that. And then when Luminant went out, they gave that land to Titus County, which is a good thing because it can't never be sold. It belongs to y'all. But we're just wanting to add this carport building, I guess you'd call it there, so we can house our tanker so that we can keep our ISO rating down where it is right now.
Did they say that that's going to keep it at a 4 or 5? Is that correct?
It's going. There's no way. We're at a 4 right now. We'll stay at a 4 for the rest of this year. But with the numbers that the lady put together, we cannot stay at a 4, but we'll go to a 5, and that's still better than a 10.
Absolutely.
And so anyway, we got the tanker. It's been delivered. I told them we would have it in service by April 1st, I believe is what I sent out the email on. And when we got to do a little work to it, we got to fix some lights and stuff on it. For right now, the truck will run and dump, and it's 5,000 gallons of water. It's got baffles in it every 4 foot. Do we want to fill it all the way up? We don't have to, because it's a lot of weight. But the truck runs. So always need y'all's permission to put this building on the property.
I make a motion to approve this construction of this 14 by 14 by 65 carport.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Mitchell and a second by Commissioner Applewhite to approve the building of the 14 by 14 carport at Tri-Lakes. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. See, Kelly, I told you there's one more nurse person than you here today. Consider and possibly approve the repair of the main county barn entrance on 1700 Titus Drive, which utilizes item 010410354 in the current year's budget of $5,000, and then add an additional $5,000 from contingency And Jeff is the one that scouted it out and thought that we need a little bit more money than that. If you want to speak a little bit on that, Jeff.
Yes, our maintenance barn is in, our entrance is getting in pretty bad shape, and with the rainy season coming on, it's just going to continue to get worse. My opinion is we need to repair it. This one line item has already been budgeted. And I don't know if it's going to take all this money or not, but I'm asking for an extra $5,000 out of contingency just so we'll make sure we have enough to do the repairs correctly.
The 10,000 would be nothing but material.
Yes, it'd be materials, yeah, yes.
Everybody's going to pitch into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For y'all that don't know where that is, that's out on Industrial Road, and that's where they carry a lot of the common equipment. And Dana's barn's out there, and so is Jeff's barn are both there on that road, and the entrance is right off of Industrial Road.
All of the trucks are there. They have them come out, a lot of people come out, Richard Drake comes down there with heavy loads. Our trucks, 18-wheelers, full of heavy loads too.
Right. Well, I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to approve repairing the road there as a maintenance barn. Second by Commissioner Applewhite. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 7, consider and possibly act upon a motion to designate the county clerk as a central authority for receiving all items to be placed on the agenda, and to assign the county clerk to be the administrator responsible for preparing and posting the Titus County Commissioners Court agenda, and to rescind any previous order or practices designating the county judge as the authority of receiving agenda items or preparing agenda. And this is Dana's.
First of all, I was looking for a non-biased office that we can have this done by. We don't have to be questioned when we put on the agenda. And I've had 2 times to try to get something on the agenda. And first time it was wrote up wrong, and we had to repost it. This year time, I was asked to take this out of the district of county clerk's office, and I was questioned why I wanted to do that for about 20 minutes. And then she called, Jimmy, she called, get back.
I talked to her, yes. Called all the commissioners.
And Leslie and John Moore. And it should have been put on the agenda with no question.
My opinion of it is, this is the way that business in Titus County has been done since the very first deal, is the judge does the agenda. And
It was not the judge.
I mean, the agenda is prepared and the judge signs it. I think we ought to stay the way we've always been. I mean, it's worked for us for this many years. Why would we want to change something that's worked?
But now it don't work for me.
Huh?
And now it don't work for me.
Well, I've had some questions. I mean, I've been questioned quite a bit too in the past on putting something on the agenda, and I think the county clerk's office would be a neutral zone for all the commissioners to put something on the agenda.
When you say question by that, when you bring it here, there has to be some clarity on what's going on the agenda so we know what to put on the agenda. Like I said, I'm the one that has to sign it and go over the agenda. We start every Monday. I have Monica call y'all on Mondays to see if there's anything that you do want to put on the agenda. I don't know of any other counties that's doing it. I've talked to everyone around here. I don't know. I haven't been aware of anything that was wanted to be on the agenda that hadn't got it on the agenda. Any commissioner can put anything that they want to. There's not the judge cannot say that you cannot have any item put on there, but there would be some question on how you want it worded and things of that nature. But each commissioner has the right to put anything they want to on there. The Attorney General says that it is in my job. John Mark's got an opinion on it. We've got Mr. Turner wants to speak on it today. Mr. Turner, would you like to come up?
Good morning. I'm Dr. Turner. I'm a retired educator and a doctor of educational leadership. And when I read the agenda item, which I generally do, I'll go through it. This caught my attention. And upon doing this, stumbled into some information from the Attorney General's office that basically deals with what you're dealing with. And this is from an Attorney General's opinion. The opinion number is JM 63 from August 17th, 1983. And this is summation somewhat of what the issue here. It says, we are fully aware that this is a common practice in many counties of this, that items may be placed on the agenda for consideration. Well, excuse me, I read this incorrectly. Let me start again. We are fully aware that this is a common practice in many counties of this state for the county judge to act as the agenda clerk, and through him, items may be placed on the agenda for consideration by the Commissioners Court. In other counties, Commissioners Courts have either designated a deputy county clerk to perform these functions or hire an employee under the supervision of the Commissioners Court. The clerk serves only as a keeper of the minutes and the records of the Commissioners Court and has no independent authority to exercise his judgment as to the matters to which may or may not be considered by the Commissioners Court. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. We want you guys to work together. We want items on the agenda that all the commissioners want. We want y'all to work as a common group. We don't want y'all to act like the folks in Austin or the folks in Washington. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Who you want to be responsible for complying it, and who will be in charge of that? We've got to have a specific person. That's right. What would the criteria be used to determine what's on the agenda? Which is fine, which is from the commissioners is fine, but we have people on a weekly basis that come up wanting to be on the agenda. Mr. Carter the other day wanting to be on it. We have several different people wanting to come and be on it. So do we send them to one of y'all? What do you want to do on that criteria for that?
Can I make a comment about that? I am prepared to create an email specifically for agendas that will be agenda@co.titus.tx.us. And I will be able to take agenda items in by hand, and they will be time-stamped by the electric timestamp in our office to prove that nobody was cheated and given extra time to turn in their agendas should it come to my office. And then the deadline would be Tuesday at noon, so that you would have plenty of time to have it emailed to you if you were not here, so that you could review it. If it was to come to my office, I have made preparations for that.
So you've already made preparations?
No, they're not completed. I've just made a plan, just in case, because I did see it on the agenda list. If it did come to my office, I wasn't going to be blindsided and not be prepared, because as soon as this is over, somebody might be wanting to put something on the agenda. If I did take it, if y'all chose that. If y'all don't choose it, then Monica will still have that.
Monica will have it under me?
Yes, under you, yes.
Like I said, I'd like to get some more knowledge on this. John Mark has got an opinion there that he has written. I'd like to know who in the state is doing this, John Mark, if you can find that out before we vote on it. Elections are coming up. I may be the judge here. Scott may be the judge. Maybe one of these other guys may be commissioner, so it all could change. So Jimmy's going out, and so it'll be a new commissioner in his spot. And so I'd like to know what all counties are doing it, to see how it's going, see if it's working smoothly in other counties, and to talk with those judges and to talk with whoever their responsible person is in that deal before we voted on it. Just my opinion. Make a motion for what?
Disapprove on this, moving this agenda to the county clerk's office.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Applewhite to approve moving the county clerk, the agenda into the county clerk's office.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor? All those opposed?
Opposed.
3 to 1. Move it to the county clerk's office. Number 8, consider and possibly approve a plan submitted by the architects for the repair of the facade, the Annex building in the Pacific, or the selection of the general contractor as outlined in the initial proposal 3/2023 and approved on 5/8/23. This is going to be for across the street, to go out and get bids on that. I think everybody's seen a copy of what it looks like.
I make a motion to, the project across the street at Annex to bid it out, to get bids on it.
We got to approve the plan first.
Oh, okay, I'm
and,
sorry.
And then we'll go.
I make a motion to approve the plan.
Talked to them Friday, and this was a good talk, and he's pretty well knowledgeable about the building and stuff. And, I agree with that.
So I got a motion made by Commissioner Mitchell to approve the plans for across the street so we can go out and get bids. We got a second by Commissioner Applewhite. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 9. Consider and possibly approve the authorization of the auditor's office to seek request for proposal for the general contractor for the Annex building for the facade repair as outlined in the specifics of the provided by architects. Ms. Nanette, you got anything you want to say on that other than when it'll be sent out and those kind of things?
Once the specifications are approved to go out, we will have this in the paper. We're planning to have it in the paper on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, that is when the specifications will be available to anyone who is wanting to bid, and that will be in the paper for 2 weeks. We process that for 2 weeks, and then I believe the deadline that was given will be issued in the paper, and then after the deadline, we'll score the bids and present the bids back at the next court after the deadline.
So that's going to run 2 weeks in the paper?
It has to run 2 weeks in the paper, yes, sir.
And that time frame will all be on that. And contractors can pick up a proposal if you want them in our office?
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday down in your office?
We also will have it on the website, so they will be able
download it.
to get it off of the website. They can pick it up from our office, or if someone has contacted an office or an individual, you can provide us their email information. We could submit the information to them as well.
That would be perfect. Got a motion made by Commissioner Applewhite to approve the authorization of the auditor's office to seek requests for proposals.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parker. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 10, approve oral and written reports of the county officials.
Make a motion to approve them.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to approve the oral reports from the county officials.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mitchell. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 11, consider and possibly accept the treasurer's report as a matter of record.
Make a motion we accept the treasurer's report.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parchman to accept the treasurer's report.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parker. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 12, approve the budget amendments. Ms. Nanette?
We have one budget amendment. It's 2026-04. We received our IBM contract renewal, and that renewal came in at $1,680 more than what we anticipated. We had our IT people check with them, and it was determined that we would need to maintain that contract. We are just going to do a line item transfer. We have some other money budgeted in that department for computer necessities, and so we're just going to move the funds over to carry that contract through. The other thing is the $5,000 of additional funding that was asked to assist with the entrance to the maintenance barn was requested, and an additional $28,000 is being requested for the sheriff's office to offset the purchase of some vehicles, of which the sheriff's department also had a revenue item of approximately $20,000 from a vehicle that the insurance paid on. So the net effect for the sheriff's office is really an additional $8,000. They have the other 20 in there. We have that in as revenue insurance proceeds, and then we're just going to give him the 20 in his budget to cover the expenses for the vehicles for this year.
She's referring to that unit that hit all the deer or whatever. That's what she's talking about. Yeah, that was total.
Yeah, it was, yes, it was totaled by the deer, and unfortunately, you don't get as much back as it takes to buy one, so that made them have a little bit of a shortfall. It's customary for us to support our sheriff's department as they need them. That's what our contingency funds are set for, so I request that you approve this budget amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget amendment.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Mitchell to approve the budget amendments.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Number 13, sign the pay orders and approve the payments.
Make a motion, we pay our bills.
Got a motion made by Commissioner Parker to pay the bills. Second by Commissioner Applewhite. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. Closing comments, Jeff?
I just want to thank the good Lord for this beautiful weather.
Been nice the last few days.
I want to thank Jerry and his crew for the good chili cook-off this past weekend. Really done really good, I hope, and a lot of people showed up. Support the volunteer. We need a lot of support from our fire.
Jimmy?
I don't have anything.
Closing comment. Well, in case any of y'all hadn't heard, our local hometown boy, Kincaid Henry, did happen to win the Fort Worth stock show this weekend in the tie-down roping. He says he'll be back in town at some point. If he's in town on a Monday, we're going to bring him up. Maybe it'll work out so that we have a bunch of kids that have won big banners at the Fort Worth stock show this year, and we've been bringing them back occasionally when they do win a major, and we're going to bring Kincaid back with his buckle at some point. He's a little excited, and like I said, being 2.5 hours from there, he's always wanted to win that rodeo, and now he has. So we'll welcome him when he comes back, and hopefully he'll get to come to court and get some recognition there. Also today at 11 a.m., Christus will be opening their new emergency center out on the interstate, and that'll be the grand opening there. So we're going to welcome them to town today at 11 o'clock. With that being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion made to adjourn by Commissioner Mitchell.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Parchman. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We'll adjourn at 9:43. Thank y'all.